Shalom, this is Fallen Yeshua. Welcome again to The Rock. Oof, I was going to have a video for yesterday. I was going to do a video yesterday, and then I decided not to. I don't know why I told you that. Anyways, this eviction moratorium is going to end. And the one question and the one hope that I have for everybody, whether it's going to affect you or not, is that you are thinking ahead. If there was never a need to be prudent, and there always was a need to be prudent, there was definitely a need to be prudent now. If there was ever a time to look ahead and foresee any possible evil, it's right now. Oh, you can see the squash. They're doing great. Hallelujah. And then even further back, let me see. Right there we have the okra going up. And then down there we have onions. Somewhere over there. So the eviction moratorium is about to end. Now, along with the fact that people are just getting crazier and crazier. Was it this last week or this weekend? Yeah, I think it was first day. It might have been first day. In Phoenix, Arizona, I believe it was. There were some cyclists riding and somebody drove into them. Just got in his car and drove into these people. I think he ran over 6 of them. I'm not sure if any have died. Sad. You know, I had made a mention before. General society is becoming worse and worse. And some people were like, no, it's not. You're just trying to spread fear. Well, it's not fear because as sin gets worse and worse, people get worse and worse. Injustices get worse and worse. The reality of who people are starting to come out, especially in this quote-unquote first world country. Who they really are is really starting to show. We're realizing this is not a third world problem. It's a sin problem. It's an everybody problem. Everybody that transgresses the law and lives against the way Yah says to live is paying for it. They're running in out there and shooting people and driving in cars, and they're always targeting the innocent. You notice that they always target innocent people because that's what sin does. That's what sin does. But as this moratorium ends, you're going to have a lot of people who have not paid their rent being removed between now to the end of the year, and that's due to, it's going to take time for the evictions to go to the courts. So between now to the end of the year, maybe even beyond in 2022, you're going to see a lot of evictions. You're going to see a lot of homelessness. In Los Angeles, California, I had pictures from some of my friends out there, some people that I knew from college and high school, and they're sending pictures of LA, of places where I used to play basketball, Venice Beach. I used to ball on Venice Beach. We used to have tournaments on Venice Beach. And now on Venice Beach, there are tent cities, literally tents set up right across the street from $250,000 and $300,000 condos are tents. The public trash cans are overflowing. They're having a rodent problem. Drugs, needles, all sorts of things being found in the sand. People are being removed they're going to be removed, coming out of their homes at an unprecedented rate. And those that were ducking and dodging rent, those who decide to spend their stimulus checks on bullshit, and they didn't pay their rent. That's what they were going to do. They didn't pay their rent. They didn't do anything with it wise. They didn't get out of their lease and maybe move to a friend's house or buy a travel trailer and park it in somebody's land. They didn't do that. Well, they're going to have a hard time renting now. They're going to have a hard time finding a place to live because nobody's going to want to rent to them because they're going to look at their eviction and say, damn, you were $7,000 behind your rent. You just made no attempt. You were $5,000 behind your rent. You made no attempt to pay your rent. What'd you do with that stimulus money? What proof is there that you're going to be able to pay this rent if you got 9 and 10 months behind over there? These protections that people rely on are being removed. That's the one thing about a welfare state is at any point in time, the welfare state can pull it. They can, get everybody hooked on it and then pull it, or they can keep changing the requirements for you to become part of that welfare state. So in order for you to be part of it, you have to do this now. Now you have to do this. Now you have to do this. And they're always moving that bar further and further away. They're moving you closer and closer to what they want from you. If they say you can't buy or sell, or if they say if you don't have this shot, you can't rent with us because we want a zombie plague free, community, guess what you gotta do? So all these people are about to be hitting the streets. All these people are about to be removed, which means you're going to see damaged apartments because people are going to be angry that they're getting removed. You're going to see homes damaged. You're probably going to see rents go up. And fewer people are going to be able to live. You're literally going to have to work 2, 3 jobs just to make ends meet. I hope you are foreseeing the evil. And if you're in one of these metropolitan areas, these cities, I really hope that you have prepared yourself. If you plan on staying there, I really hope you prepared yourself. You want to minimize your venturing out into the world. And I'm just being real. You want to minimize your need to go out into society. You want to minimize your need to go out and expose yourself. I'm out here and I still minimize my exposure to having to leave the property. Most of us that homestead, we do it by choice. We want to be home. You can't get shit done GSD when you're out running around. And when you're running around, the only time you're running around is because you're trying to get shit done. Man, I got bit. So anyways, I really just hope you're looking ahead, looking forward. Some of y'all are still stuck looking back. You can't make steps forward because you're always looking back. You can't make steps forward because you're always wondering what if and, should I, and well, maybe this is the wrong thing or whatever it may be. You never get the opportunity to move forward. You never move forward because you always got your hand behind you, holding on to something behind you. Someone behind you. Something behind you. Some idea, some thought, some feeling, something that has kept you stagnant. Food is in every aspect. Farmers are already in California, Central California. For those who don't know, I don't want to say Central Valley, but Central California. The government is no longer allocating the normal amount of water to the farmers. So farmers are literally allowing large portions of their fields to go unplanted, to lay fallow. That's going to affect food. That's going to affect food prices, but not just this year. That's going to affect food prices going all the way in the next year and beyond until this thing gets fixed. And it doesn't look like there's going to be a fix. So taking personal responsibility for these things that you see going on is the answer. Looking ahead is the answer. You can't close your eyes and play stupid forever. That ignorance is going to hurt a lot of people. That idea that, I don't need to do this because I don't need to even if you got the stimulus checks, I don't have to pay my rent. I don't have to get out of my apartment. I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to sit here and it's going to be free. No. If the opportunity arose for you to get out of that, that was the opportunity for you to make that move. Take that stimulus check, go buy yourself a vehicle, go buy yourself a place, a structure. It's better to live in a mean cottage than delicate fares in another man's house. That's better for you. That's in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, for those of you who want to know what that is. It's in the Bible. But it's better for you to have your own little travel trailer on your own piece of land than a nice, comfortable apartment where you're paying your landlord. It'd have been better for you to have your own travel trailer down, even living with a brother on his land. Although, you understand, you're still a servant to him. But it would have been better for you to have done something like that. It would have been better for you to trust your brethren than it is, and that's a sad state in this faith, is that we're more inclined to trust our landlords over our brothers. You'd rather be if he's your landlord than you're a servant, and you go out there and make the money and pay for where he lives. You're paying for where you stay. So a lot of people today, I'd rather just pay my landlord. If he's your lord, then you're his servant. I'd rather pay my landlord and be his servant than to be a servant to a brother in the faith who keeps the same laws as I do. That tells you the real state of us. Anyways, think ahead. Think ahead. Foresee the evil. Look ahead. Look ahead. Look ahead. Because what's coming is bad. These cities are on the verge. This summer, this winter, as resources continue to become more and more scarce and things become more and more expensive and people continue to get, a lot of people are throwing Hail Marys out there now. They're trying to throw a Hail Mary. Let me try to see if I can throw a Hail Mary in the crypto market and make it big, or I can throw a Hail Mary here and throw a Hail Mary there. They're throwing Hail Marys everywhere and they're almost out of money. Because the Hail Mary wasn't the idea. For those of you who know football, it was an adequate running game. It was knowing how to run the football. For those of you who play basketball, it was about having a good post game. Knowing how to hit the mid-range and not relying solely on 3 points, on a 3-point shot. For those of you who play baseball, it's not about trying to get up there and jack home runs every time you go up to bat. But it's being like players like Tony Gwynn, where you get singles, you steal bases, you do what they call manufacture a run. But for those sports-minded people, we need to know how to manufacture something, produce something. These home run swings that we're trying to do, they haven't worked. The winning the lotto idea ain't going to work. You want to know what is going to work? Steady progress and moving in the right direction. Every day, making a step, 10 steps, 20 steps, 50 steps, 100 steps in the right direction. Every day when you go to bed, you end that day knowing you are closer to your goal. You are closer to where Yah wants you to be. But you can't do that when you're looking back. And you can't do that when you waste the opportunities that he has given you. Bless y'all. Hope y'all have a blessed, it's Tuesday, third day? I think it is. Have a blessed third day. Shalom.